All right, so today we're going to dive into something pretty interesting. It's something that I think a lot of people can relate to,
Yeah, for sure.
and that's the whole idea of managing personal finances. And,
Yeah.
we all know it's important, but sometimes,
Easier said than done, right?
yeah, sometimes it's not always the easiest thing.
Right.
We found this video on YouTube on the TxSolve channel, and it's called the Deep Pocket Animated Story.
I love that channel, by the way. They're great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's basically a conversation between these two friends, Chandar and Durga,
Mm-hmm.
and they talk about this app called Deep Pocket Pro. And it just seems like it might be a really interesting tool for people who are trying to kind of get a better handle on their money.
Absolutely. And I think what really stood out to me watching this is how relatable the whole situation felt. Like right off the bat, Chandar is talking about how he's working hard.
Yeah.
He's, earning a good income, but just not seeing his savings grow.
Yeah, he's frustrated. It's
Exactly.
like, where's all my money going?
Yeah. And that's like a universal struggle. I think so many people feel that way.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
It's so easy to get caught up in just the day-to-day expenses.
Absolutely. And then Durga steps in and she's like, hey, I used to feel that way too.
Yeah.
And she introduces Deep Pocket Pro. And she basically presents it as the thing that like turned her whole financial situation around.
Yeah. She's like, this was my game changer.
Yeah.
This is what helped me take control.
And I think that's super compelling.
Oh, absolutely. Because it's not just some faceless corporation selling you a product.
Right.
This is a real person sharing their personal experience.
Exactly. So she goes on to explain like what the app actually does.
Mm.
And she starts with the basics,
Mm.
tracking transactions, like literally every dollar that comes in and goes out.
Yep. Which, sounds simple, but it's honestly a huge step.
Huge. Yeah.
Just having that awareness of where your money's actually going.
Yeah, because I think a lot of times we kind of just like have a vague idea.
Right? We're like, oh, it's going to bills and stuff.
But then you see it all laid out and you're like, oh, wow, okay.
Right, exactly. And that's where Deep Pocket Pro seems to go a step further.
Yeah.
Because Durga mentions that it identifies financial trends.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's not just recording the data, it's like analyzing it.
It's looking for patterns.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's finding those patterns that you might not even notice yourself.
Yeah, like maybe you spend way more on eating out than you thought you did.
Right, exactly. Or, maybe you have a subscription you forgot about.
Oh, yeah.
Things like that.
The little things add up.
Exactly. And then the app takes it even further by providing insights into your spending habits.
Yeah, so it's not just like, here's the data. It's like, here's what this data means.
Yeah, it helps you understand the why behind the numbers.
Okay, so if the app is showing you all these patterns and insights, is it also giving you some guidance on, like, what to do about it?
It sounds like it because Durga mentions she's learned valuable tips from using the app.
Okay, so it's not just like, here's a bunch of numbers. Good luck.
Right, exactly. It seems like it actually helps you interpret the data and make smarter financial choices.
Okay, so Chandar's hearing all of this, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners are relating to Chandar here. He's like, I need this app.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely intrigued. You can, see his wheels turning.
Yeah, like a light bulb went off.
Totally. And then Durga, being the awesome friend she offers to help him get set up with the app.
Oh, yeah. That was a nice touch.
Yeah, it shows that it's, user-friendly enough that someone can just kind of walk you through it.
Yeah, because sometimes new apps can be overwhelming.
Absolutely. And throughout their conversation, they keep coming back to that core idea of, saving for the future.
Yeah, that's the ultimate goal, right?
Exactly. It's not just about, penny pinching or, obsessing over every expense.
Right.
It's about, having a plan and achieving those bigger financial goals.
Wherever those goals might be.
Yeah, a down payment on a house or a comfortable retirement or, whatever it is that's important to you.
And you can just feel Chandar's, hopefulness at the end of the video.
Yeah, he went from feeling kind of stuck and helpless to being like, okay, I can do this.
There's a path forward.
Exactly.
So to sum it all up, based on this conversation between Chandar and Durga, Deep Pocket Pro offers some pretty cool features, like tracking your spending, identifying financial trends, and giving you insights into your spending habits. And it's all geared towards helping you save more money.
And that brings up a good question for our listeners to think about. What aspects of your own financial habits could benefit from this kind of detailed tracking and analysis?
Yeah. Are there any hidden patterns or, those aha moments that you might uncover if you had all this data at your fingertips?
It's something to consider, right?
For sure.
Food for thought.
All right. That's our deep dive for today.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Catch you next time.
See ya.
Bye.